Up this buffer.
Galloway can't convert the and one. Miller, who's been pressing through the paint all game, gets that one through to Klintman, who says, whatever you could do, I can do one better.
Back out of retirement, he's been unbelievable and probably a top 2 six-man of the year candidate right now.
Wardenberg looks to work, who's just fallen away from the rotation a little bit as Klintman drives through the middle, finds Miller, the big body.
This zone's been a stroke of genius, hasn't it, right now from Mahmoud? He's brought it in as that's
Klintman using the body, gets that one for an easy two, but as you say, Pete, people want it change.
DJ Hogue.
Going to get your parking ticket out there, DJ Hogue. He's on fire early for the Kings. It's Klintman again through the middle for the Taipans is where they're having success.
Could be in trouble if they do that on Sunday. You never know who they're going to play.
oh, hello. That's
Klintman from the corner.
That's foul.
And one.
The next star, here we go.
And the scouts in the crowd will be happy to see that. In the DC universe tonight for the Cairns Taipans.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I was pretty happy with it myself, Pete.
But yeah, this is just overzealous on the closeout. Bobby Klintman didn't really jump forward.
It hasn't cooled down in here just yet, but we're hoping he does. We've got the floor wipers working hard. Bobby Klintman's working hard, and the Cairns Taipans fans are up.
The Cairns Taipans, the closest they have been.
Jeez, he's fun to watch, Bobby Klintman.
That's a big-time shot right there. He knows it too. Getting downhill, the Euro step right past the sea of it.
A couple of times the lead's been traded early, and there is McCall getting his hand in and throwing it up to Klintman.
McCall with the steal. Klintman with the flush.
Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. And they've been presented a few as well. A couple of missed shots. Gets their transition game going.
Here's Klintman from outside. The sweet shooting Swede knocks it down and gives Cairns a 4-point lead.
So I'm not sure how much we'll see it tonight, but I think we're going to see it a little bit more than we've seen in the past.
Thank you, Case. Good on you.
Says not in my house. Well, hang on.
Klintman outside, puts it right back at him.
And he says three's better than two.
4-point lead to the Snakes. Back-to-back threes. Klintman for another 14 points for Bobby Klintman.
Well, he's feeling it.
Can't get the fadeaway to go on that occasion, but he and the Sixers have narrowed the gap to 3 points early on in this second term. Klintman, nice move.
Drewy, they are both very exciting prospects.
Klintman with the defensive play as well.
Hasn't been quite the intensity on the defensive end.
I should say most of the basketball is up and down, but it's been up and down at a bit quicker pace.
It is how the game works.
Here's
And Bobby
Klintman.
Klintman, my goodness.
Equal game high, 12-point lead right now for the Hawks. Usher stripped. Slick hands from AJ Johnson. The youngsters are on the move. Kwon Jung Lee lays it up.
And down the end, it's the defense, the hustle, good hands. And they get out and run.
Illness for the Wildcats. Kyle Zunic in the starting role. Johnson, great pass to Hickey.
Was that?
Now, first of all, we've got Hickey. Have a look at the off-the-ball movement. Bryce catches Bryce out of position.
30-17. Johnson! All the way in and all the way up. There we go.
Now, they go down, and then the young fella goes up like they taught him when you're a young man, up there with two hands, and he says, cop that. As much as you did back in our day, coach, but prepared to throw it in. There's a deep three.
He breaks a run of 12 straight points. AJ Johnson steps up with a big three. He's been relentless on the defensive end of the floor tonight. AJ Johnson drives and scores.
His speed, his quickness, the lift.
He puts it to the deck. That's just good control. Young fella, and it's again the swiping, the late swiping.
For the Hawks, we won't see them again until Saturday next week when they play Southeast Melbourne in Gippsland. Ulbrich down the lane.
Watch for him to go to Blanchfield, who wants to knock down something against his old team. Matty, what do you got?
I think it's fair to say that Perth are shell-shocked. Big block from Saar right there, but they were stunned.
AJ Johnson trying to create, blocked by Usher. Now Saar trying to take it coast to coast, foul, and one.
He starts off in the right fashion. And here's the foul, though, with Sar, with that length, Sar.
They're simply making somebody else beat you. That's what they're doing.
Oh, that's travel.
Sar will have to shoot. One on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper.
We know Perth is the highest scoring fourth quarter team in the league. It looked like they'd be starting from nearly 20 points down in the fourth, but now it's single figures. It's really interesting, and it might be tighter now.
Size of Doolittle has been a big problem for them in the third quarter. Sar over the top. 6-point game. He's giving them something off the bench. 6 points the next start. Cotton. Stepping back. Vintage Bryce Cotton.
I remember as a little kid going watching her at the old Kooyong outdoor tennis court. And the confetti in the bucket trick, I'm sure they still do that one.
You guys had the Harlem Globetrotters outside?
Plus 12 tonight, the teenager, AJ Johnson. He's had an impact off the bench. Alex Sar, that is a thing of beauty, that jump shot. David Aquera, Ben Henschel, also checking in for Perth, and seen a lot of them this season. Here's Aquera. Henschel for Sar.
Brisbane on top by 4. And a chance for them to extend that. White, Clark to beat, will be aggressive. That's the way he plays. Shot down by Hook 40. The last 60 seconds of this quarter.
Oh, here's the block from Hook 40. Good job from Clark.
Harrison now 3 of 3 from the field for his 6 points, and only McDaniel with 10 has more for Brisbane.
You gotta be impressed with Harrison the way he's playing. You gotta be now. I'm just so.
Lynn Cameron, hands over, Hook 40. Now Goldie. 1 of 3 from the field, make that 2 of 4 as he starts to warm up.
And just tell him to lift his hands. That flow becomes a little bit harder.
Here's McDaniel, push shot down, Hook 40 with a big block. He goes back to Cameron. Just to take on Matthew Johns. Now Hook 40 wheeling inside against the Garcia. Hook 40 now with 7 points in the game to go with 8 boards.
Who had an ear in those timeouts.
They did. Coach Moody, he talked about the defensive work off the breakers just like that. And their offensive flow on attack. He wants them to be quick on transition.
Take another look at that nice steal and then uses his body.
And the crowd, they want the foul call on the other end there. It's Demetrius. The left-hand sharpshooter knocks it down. Riafa looking for Demetrius. Fires it back out to Isaiah Liafa. Knocks down the 3. Make it 15. Abercrombie pulls it down. Liafa looks to go. 4 of them are back for Tasmania. Bruce Demetrius. Breakers look to push. Get the 3.
Very interesting first 2 defensive possessions from the Kings. They're in a zone now. TJ Ho tries to kick that one out. Valentine, we know he can stroke it from outside. That's a good start for the Kings, but watch, Jim McCall's not going to float around the 3-point line. We know he has had his struggles. He's actually shooting 40% from 3. What a pass there from Chandler Adams to the next start.
The Kings with a stranglehold on this game in the first quarter. A little over 4 minutes remain. It's 2 in the next start. Gets all the way through for the easy lay-in.
Talk about coming. So you look at that last possession. If Jordan Hunter hits that layup, you're okay with that. But now he fouls, and there's a turnover to go with it. Alex Tui goes upstairs.
2 in the league as we look at the Harvey Norman replay. Tui, great anticipation. Get out in the lane. Rat, look how high he was. Length and athleticism. Something you're able to add to the strength of your team by subtracting. And that's apparently the case today as the Phoenix jump out.
Jalen Adams.
I tell you boys what I'm liking, the coaching. I love this chess game. Do you start Sauce? Now he's taken out Holden, 12 and 10 in 13 minutes.
Tui down the lane.